Macedonia, a land of towering mountains and fertile valleys. Here, a legend was born. His name was Alexander. He was destined for greatness, but he was also a man of deep feeling. He craved love and loyalty. These desires would shape his destiny. At the age of 20, Alexander ascended the throne. His father's kingdom was strong, but Alexander dreamt of a world united under his rule. He set out to conquer the Persian Empire. This was a formidable foe, but Alexander was undeterred. His military genius was undeniable. He was a brilliant tactician. He inspired his men. Victory followed victory. He marched through Asia Minor, Egypt and Persia. His empire expanded at an astonishing rate. Through it all, Olympias' influence was ever present. She had instilled in him a belief in his own destiny. Some even whispered she fueled his ambition. Whether her role was guiding or manipulative, her impact was undeniable. As Alexander's power grew, so did his legend. He became known as Alexander the Great. He was a conqueror without equal, yet he never forgot the lessons of his youth. He remained deeply affected by love and loss. In the conquered city of Samarkand, Alexander met Roxane. She was a Bactrian princess. Her beauty captivated him, but it was her spirit that truly won his heart. Their love story became legendary. Roxane was no mere trophy wife. She was intelligent and fiercely independent. She rode into battle alongside Alexander. This was unheard of for a woman of her time. Their love defied convention. It transcended political alliances. Alexander, despite his conquests, craved genuine connection. In Roxane, he found it. Their love was a testament to the power of the human heart. Even amidst the chaos of war, love could blossom. Their story continues to inspire. Their love produced an heir, Alexander IV. The birth of his son filled Alexander with joy. He saw in him the future of his vast empire. He dreamt of a world ruled by his descendants. He hoped for a world free from the conflicts he himself had known. The birth of his son deepened Alexander's desire for a lasting legacy. He wasn't content with mere conquest anymore. He yearned to build a better world. He promoted cultural exchange throughout his empire. He encouraged the fusion of Greek and Eastern customs. He founded cities, built libraries, and patronized the arts. He envisioned a world united not just by force, but by shared knowledge and understanding. His vision was ambitious, but it was rooted in a genuine desire for peace and prosperity. However, the birth of his son also brought a new wave of worry. He knew the dangers of his world all too well. He feared for his son's safety. He was determined to secure his future. He wanted to ensure his son inherited a stable and prosperous kingdom. Alexander's love for his son was profound. It was a love that transcended ambition. It was a love that spoke to the heart of a father. It revealed the depth of his humanity. It showed that even the greatest conquerors were still capable of deep, abiding love. Section 5. A bond forged in battle. Throughout his conquests, Alexander was never truly alone. By his side stood Hephaestion. He was his closest friend, confidant, and perhaps the love of his life. Their bond was unbreakable. It had been forged in the fires of battle and tempered by shared dreams. Hephaestion was more than just Alexander's general. He was his trusted advisor. He was a calming influence on the often impulsive king. Their relationship provided Alexander with solace and balance. It grounded him amidst the chaos of war. Ancient historians often remarked on the depth of their bond. Some even suggest it went beyond friendship. Regardless of the exact nature of their relationship, their love for each other was undeniable. It was a love built on mutual respect, admiration, and deep affection. Hephaestion provided Alexander with something rare and precious. He offered him understanding and companionship without judgment. In a world where everyone bowed before him, Hephaestion treated him as an equal. This made their bond all the more special. Section 6. The tug of war within. Alexander's life was a constant tug of war. On one hand, he was driven by ambition. He desired to conquer the known world. On the other hand, he yearned for love, family, and perhaps even a simpler life. He had tasted glory beyond measure. He had achieved what no man before him had ever accomplished. Yet there was a part of him that longed for peace. He yearned for a life where he could simply enjoy the fruits of his victories with his loved ones. The weight of his conquests began to wear on him. The constant campaigning took its toll. He saw so much death and destruction. He witnessed the suffering his ambition had wrought. He began to question the purpose of it all. He had won the world, but at what cost? This question haunted him. It fueled his inner turmoil. It revealed the complex man beneath the conqueror's facade. He was a man of contradictions. He was a man capable of great love and great destruction. Section 7. The Conqueror's Twilight. At the age of 32, Alexander's conquests came to an end. Not on the battlefield, but on a sickbed in Babylon. As he lay dying, he was surrounded by his generals and loved ones. The weight of his empire felt heavy in the air. The man who had seemed invincible was now frail and vulnerable. The fever ravaged his body, but his mind remained sharp. He reflected on his life, his victories, his loves, and his regrets. He knew his time was short. He called for his generals. He wanted to ensure a smooth transition of power. But his empire, forged in the fires of his ambition, would not survive him. His generals, loyal though they were, would soon squabble over the spoils of his conquests. As his strength waned, he turned his thoughts to those he loved. He worried for his wife, Roxane, and their young son. He knew their future would be perilous in the power vacuum his death would create. He wished he could protect them. Section 8. The world mourns a king. News of Alexander's death sent shockwaves throughout the known world. The man who had seemed invincible was no more. The empire he had built trembled on the brink of chaos. His death marked the end of an era. In Macedonia, his homeland, there was an outpouring of grief. People remembered the young prince who had left to conquer the world. They mourned the loss of their king. They lamented the fallen hero. In the distant lands he had conquered, reactions were mixed. Some mourned his passing. They had come to respect him as a just and fair ruler. Others celebrated his death. They saw him as a tyrant. They yearned for the return of their own rulers. The world mourned Alexander in different ways, but one thing was clear. His death marked the end of an era. The world would never be the same. His legacy, both glorious and complicated, would be debated for centuries to come. Section 9. A legacy etched in time. Although his empire fragmented, Alexander's legacy lived on. He left an indelible mark on history. He changed the course of Western civilization. His impact is still felt today. He ushered in the Hellenistic age. This period saw the spread of Greek culture and philosophy throughout the East. It was a time of great intellectual and artistic flourishing. It was a direct result of Alexander's vision of a more interconnected world. He founded numerous cities. Many of them still stand today, bearing his name. These cities became centers of trade, learning, and cultural exchange. They served as lasting monuments to his vision of a more interconnected world. Alexander's story continues to fascinate us. He was a complex and contradictory figure. He was a brilliant strategist, a ruthless conqueror, and a man capable of great love and loyalty. His life, though short, was full of drama, adventure, and enduring significance. Section 10. What truly matters? Alexander's story reminds us that true greatness lies in the love we share and the connections we forge. Even the most ambitious among us crave human connection. It underscores the importance of love and compassion. Alexander's tale is a powerful reminder of our shared humanity. Even the greatest conquerors are still human, capable of both great love and great destruction. A story that transcends time and resonates today.